there are two major macro events happening in the world today. Both of these are recent news from November 1st, and then this one from 16 hours ago. Both of these are very different, two different countries, two different parts of the world, but both of these, in my opinion, are very bullish for Bitcoin. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for our daily videos on everything going on with Bitcoin, crypto, the whole market. I have some pictures I'm going to show you coming out of China. Before we get into that, let's take stock of where we are here in 2019. It is now November, which means we have November and we have December, and then that is it. The year is over. The decade is over. 2020 begins. The decade of the 20s begin. And actually 4 months after 2020 begins, Bitcoin has its halving. Something to think about. We are closer than you may think. Now, besides that, there are two macro events happening in the world today that you cannot ignore. This will turn countries full of people onto Bitcoin. Check this out. French high school students are now required to learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So this just got passed, so it's not in effect yet. But they now have to teach Bitcoin as part of a high school curriculum. The French Ministry of National Education has recently amended its study plan, and now French educators are expected to teach an introductory course that will assist students in understanding the impact that Bitcoin has on the French and global economies. The ministry further provides teachers with 3 educational explainer videos that address questions such as, is Bitcoin the currency of the future? Can Bitcoin replace the euro? And do you have trust in your currency? According to the ministry's outline, students will be required to compare Bitcoin with fiat currencies, which will eventually lead to basic knowledge about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and their role in the traditional financial world. As it is only an introductory course to Bitcoin, students are not expected to leave the classroom as full-fledged crypto experts. However, teaching young students some of the ins and outs of Bitcoin and crypto will provide them with knowledge that grows increasingly relevant as cryptocurrencies become more widely adopted. So, as part of the public education in France's high school, they have an introductory intro to Bitcoin is what they're learning. This cannot be understated. Now, you know that France is bullish on Bitcoin in general. Over 5,200 tobacco shops in France accept Bitcoin as payments. And then you also remember, in late September, over 25,000 point of sales of 30 French retailers, including sportswear giant Decathlon and cosmetic store Sephora, announced that they will accept Bitcoin as payments by as early as 2020. But the fact that students are learning about it alone, I mean, the world is changing. I'm sure you can see that. And Bitcoin fixes a lot of things, which is a great transition to the next story. The 4th bank to fail this year in China is now flooded with citizens rushing to withdraw their savings as fast as they can. They're being offered extra interest, even gift cards, to stop them from trying to take their own money out of the bank. Let's talk about this, because this is huge, and this is recent news, and you've heard stories like this all this year, and it's happening again. We have pictures. This is people actually trying to get their money out of China. Let's find out some details. It started with an unverified rumor from an obscure social media account saying that the Rural Commercial Bank was insolvent. Within hours of this post on Tuesday, more than 1,000 worried customers had lined up to withdraw their own money. By Wednesday, a run on the bank had prompted local authorities to arrange more than $4.3 billion of liquidity injections. As branch staff sought to restore confidence, they displayed stacks of cash to convince depositors that there was enough to go around. While the panic appeared to subside on Friday, the episode marked the latest test of faith in more than 2,000 rural Chinese lenders that collectively control $5 trillion of assets. Confidence in their financial strength has dwindled since May, when the government seized the bank for the first time since 1988 and imposed losses on some of its creditors. At least 2 more small Chinese lenders have subsequently required bailouts. So this is real. This happened this week, where people heard rumors that the bank was insolvent. They had a bank run. They rushed to get their money out, and the bank was discouraging them from pulling their money out, offering them gift cards, interest, showing them stacks of cash behind the teller, saying, "We have it." It's just a hellish situation. Now, I tend to think that eventually people are going to wake up. More and more people, it starts slowly at first, but more and more people are going to wake up and realize that Bitcoin is a way that they can secure and store and be responsible for their funds themselves. It's not going to be everything. It's maybe it'll start with 1% or 5%, but over the next decade, over the next year to decade, I think people are going to trust a percentage of their money in Bitcoin because they're going to be interested in it as a store of value, the fact that they can control it, and of course, the basic, orange coin, go up. Money is about trust. Bitcoin's been around for almost 11 years now. People are not trusting the current financial system, and I think more and more people, as they get educated, are going to trust Bitcoin. Now, let's pivot a little bit. Let's talk about this, because this is real people using Bitcoin. A Bitcoin casino is the third largest internet gambling site in the world. Check this out. So the crypto world might be betting on Bitcoin, but the rest of the world is betting using Bitcoin. According to a data study that was published last week by marketing data firm SEMrush, Bitcoin Casino, it's freebitco.in. This online casino is exclusively, they bet in Bitcoin, is the third largest internet gambling platform in the world in terms of global traffic over the last year, beating out popular brands such as Netkiba and Hollywood Bets in monthly visits. On average, more than 41 million people place bets on freebitco.in every month. 41 people are placing bets with Bitcoin every month. The takeaway is this. All in all, the data serves to answer an important question for the crypto industry. Is there a real use case for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin? You bet. Let's finish up today's video by taking a look at the current price of Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin sits around 9,300. This is the hour chart. A lot of people are seeing this as a bull flag. Whether we break up or break down, right now we're kind of in the consolidation, chopping around period. It's better to look at, anything can happen in the short term, but I say in the long term, Bitcoin is trending up. And take a look at this. Is it possible that we are forming a bull flag on the monthly chart? Is this a bull flag? If this is a bull flag, this would indicate that Bitcoin will break up in a big way, obviously in a period of a month or two, being it's on the monthly chart. When Bitcoin breaks above the local monthly high, not the wick, but just the top of the candle, once we break above $11,000, I think that would be, full go. A full green light for Bitcoin. I see no reason why we couldn't test $20,000 and then eventually, obviously, a lot more. Now, nobody says we have to break up in the next month or two. It could happen. I don't think anybody's expecting it, so it could happen. But let me show you a more conservative case for Bitcoin. This is by Philb, a 12-month forecast. And you can see he has us under $10,000 all the rest of this year, 4 months into next year, and it's not till the halving that we finally break above and we start another run, taking us over $280,000. And you can see he used, a couple trend lines. We have the one from before the breakout in April. This is March, us finally, bouncing, hitting this trend line, then breaking up. The point is this. Everybody always says that every time Bitcoin breaks above $10,000, everybody always says, oh, Bitcoin's never going below $10,000 again. This has happened countless times, even back here. When we finally do break above $10,000 and we never go below it again, which will happen, it's going to surprise everybody. And probably people won't even realize it till, we're 14,000, 15,000, probably after we retest $20,000 again. It's going to surprise everybody. I think accumulating Bitcoin at the moment might be a very smart thing to do. At this point, my portfolio is 99.9% Bitcoin because I think we're in a unique time where there is, we're going to look back at this time and wish we had stacked more Satoshis. That's what I think. Anyways, thank you very much, my friends. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Have a great November. My name is Aaron. Stay tuned every single day. We bring you daily videos on everything going on with the Bitcoin and crypto market.